मीठे रस से बरियोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से बरियोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। हाँ ला ला हाँ। यमुना मैया खारी खारी, राधा गोरी गोरी, धूम मचावे परसा देली चोरी। यमुना मैया खारी खारी, राधा गोरी गोरी, वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसा देखी चोरी। व्रज दाम राधा झुकी, व्रज दानी लागे, व्रज दानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। हाँ माखन मिश्रे अब ना कोई मिठाई, अब तो राधा राम मिलाए। माखन मिश्रे अब तो मिलाए, पारे जिवरिया ने भावे अब तो राधा नाम मिलाए। पानो खिल ले तो गुरदानी लागे, गुरदानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मीठे रस से भरियोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। राधा नाम रटत है जो नर या तो या, तिनके बाधा दूर करत है राधा राधा नाम। राधा राधा नाम रटत है जो नर या तो या, तिनके बाधा दूर करत है राधा राधा नाम। नाम पल जिंदगानी लागे, जिंदगानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। रस से बरियोरी राधा रानी लागे, महारानी लागे, मन खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे, खारो खारो यमुना जी तो पानी लागे। Hi, good morning to everyone looking at my video and who has been following my video series. I really do appreciate your interest, whether you have ill intentions or good intentions. I do appreciate your interest in my video series on healing through co-creating with the universe, through aligning with the spiritual laws of the universe, and through teaching the laws of the universe, all in the name of love. So today, well, I would have spoken about love in my last couple videos, different types of love, and I said that I was going to go on to talk about the justifications that people use, the irrational justifications people use for consuming animals or animal flesh in these upcoming videos. But I'll integrate that into a general conversation as well, which is entitled today, Change Occurs Through Positive and Negative Brainwashing. Change can only occur through positive or negative brainwashing, right? Um, there are two types of brainwashing from my observation and experience in life. You can brainwash somebody in a positive sense, meaning to help them wash the nonsense that they were conditioned into, which would propel them to act in certain ways that harm others and living creatures and so on, right? That's positive brainwashing. Then there's negative brainwashing, right? Where others can brainwash you, you can brainwash yourself into toxicity, into negative behavioral trait, into negative thought patterns, into complying unnecessarily with human authority. All these things are forms of negative brainwashing, right? Any change that occurs in our lives, any self change, or any change that is induced by the higher powers, external powers in the world, all these changes are in fact induced through either positive or negative brainwashing, right? We are always being brainwashed. We are always being manipulated into something, into doing something, right? Whether it's negative manipulation or it's positive manipulation. We live in a world of magic, sorcery, hidden knowledge, right? All these things. So it's just really in the midst of it all to know thyself, right? So me coming here for the past every day or every other day trying to convince or influence somebody or many people or anyone watching this video to transform their diet into a vegetarian diet, because this aligns with the natural laws and the natural principles and can help to create a state of true spiritual freedom. Me doing that is in fact a form of brainwashing, right? It is a form of brainwashing. And the reason that I am being totally honest about this is because, one, people deserve to know the truth. Two, I don't want anyone to say that I am manipulating them behind the scenes and whatever. This, in any form of influence, and you'll see this with advertising and so on, this is what they will not tell you. They will not tell you, hey, I am manipulating you to buy this product, right? They're not going to tell you, I am manipulating you to buy this product. But I often wonder how people are so manipulated so easily. How are people so easily manipulated into consumerism, into purchasing some product that they don't even need, right? And when it comes to manipulation that actually could help them to become a better version of themselves, there's just like a lack of will to gravitate towards that form of manipulation, right? People are more likely to gravitate towards a negative form of manipulation, and that's interesting to me, right? But anyhow, me coming here trying to influence people to transform their diet into a vegetarian diet is in fact a form of brainwashing, but this is a form of positive brainwashing to wash people's brain from the nonsense that has been culturally, socially conditioned from since birth, perhaps, right, into conducting immoral and wrong activities towards other creatures. So this form of brainwashing, positive brainwashing, is really born out of unconditional love, is really born out of love, as opposed to negative brainwashing, which is born out of fear, right? Negative brainwashing is born out of fear, and I would like to draw reference to the year 2020, when the whole world experienced an upheaval, also known as the coronavirus, so COVID-19 virus, right? which was a completely engineered experience by the external authorities, born out of fear, so that the world which is largely unhealed, would turn to government authorities, would turn to external authorities and see them as these loving, paternalistic, caring, parental figures, right? So the lack of healing really stems from our childhood experiences, right? Firstly, right? And it goes way back generations and stuff. So lacking that little bit of care that we would have wanted, or love that we would have wanted in the past or from our relationships and so on, right? This would propel us to see government, see authorities as these sort of loving, fatherly, motherly figures that we could turn to and say, hey, you are here to protect me, right? You are here to embrace me. You are here to protect me from this invisible virus, right? Which, by the way, continues to infect people who have received the vaccination for it, right? More than anything else. So, the authorities know how the mind works, right? How your mind works. They know how your mind works. Huge amounts of money has been expended on doing research on how the human mind works and how you can manipulate individuals to achieve your will, right? A form of negative brainwashing, right? A form of negative brainwashing, compliance to external authorities and all this kind of things, right? So in essence, is basically create a problem. You create a problem, inject fear into the population, create a problem, inject fear into the situation, and then come and be like, oh, let me embrace you, I am here for you, right? You created a whole runaround stupid situation, right? Have people running around in fear and then being like, oh, I am here to protect you, I care for you, right? This is what external authority does, right? And you all would know the amount of money that was expended during that whole COVID-19 exercise. And what I'm doing here is drawing the difference between love and fear, and drawing the difference between positive and negative brainwashing, right? To really show you all something. The amount of money that was expended during that entire COVID-19 exercise by external authority to scare people to the extent that there are some dumb clowns out there driving in their fully air-conditioned vehicles with their mask on to date, right? 3 years after that whole exercise, that whole psychological experiment, right? There are still individuals driving in their own vehicles with the glass up, wearing a mask, right? Negative brainwashing, influencing you to be scared of your own self, and the air that you breathe in your own vehicle, right? I'll draw a reference as opposed, and this is the difference between external power and internal power. Internal power is based on love. External power is based on creating situations of fear in order to get you to comply to do the will of those who want you to act upon their will, right? Internal power. I would have started talking closely with a friend a couple weeks ago. We started going on some little dates and stuff. That friend is not a vegetarian as I would like him to be, right? He's not a vegetarian, right? But within a couple weeks, I was able to positively brainwash him into saying that, hey, I could give up meat if it means spending the rest of my life with you. I'm talking about a hardcore beef, pork, hot dog lover, right? I'm talking about a hardcore meat eater. Within 2 weeks, through my videos, I was able to influence him into realizing that his whole socialization was a lie, right? Difference between love and fear. Difference between love and fear, because like I always say, I am not here to demand any change from anybody, right? Even if it means, when it comes to me personally, I know I am not here to demand any change from anybody. Like literally all I can do is to show people a glimpse. All I can do is really show people a glimpse of what divine possibility and divine love could look like, and let them decide for themselves whether they want to spend some time searching their own selves to evoke or to bring out the aspect of themselves that is aligned with that divine love, right? All I could do is to show you a glimpse of what could be if you decide to change, right? So internal power is based on the emotion, the expression, or the highest expression of love. External power is based on demanding, is based on compliance, is based on creating a situation where you must do this, you must do that, right? Or belittling you if you don't do this, belittling you if you don't do that, having these ridiculous consequences if you do this, having these ridiculous consequences if you don't do that, right? I'm talking about human consequences, not natural. I'm talking about human law consequences, not natural law consequences, right? Human law consequences, like being charged for not wearing your mask and this kind of nonsense, right? So this is the difference between positive brainwashing and negative brainwashing. And with positive brainwashing, we are actually open with you and telling you that you are being brainwashed. You know, we are open with you and telling you that you are being brainwashed. There are different colors, backgrounds. My color is orange here. There's a psychology behind the color orange and so on. Optimism, growth, upliftment, change, positivity, right? There's a reason for everything, and people will realize this with time. So as I was saying, I would have gone on a few dates and stuff with my friend. I would have gone on a few dates. We enjoyed ourselves. One of those dates was a little undercover interview, but that's okay. It turned out to be good anyhow. So within the first 3 dates, I was able to, because the topic today is justifications for not consuming, justifications that people use for consuming animal flesh, right? So in my undercover interview, I didn't even have to say much, right? I didn't even have to say much. My interviewee would have on his own given me the answers, right? Without even knowing it, right? The justifications for eating meat, one of it being people pleasing, right? So we'll talk about that a little bit today. People pleasing. Justification one for eating meat, people pleasing, right? My family eats meat. My family eats meat. So how will it look if I stop eating meat? How will I be able to hang out or lime or how will I be able to be around my family Or how am I going to communicate to my family that I want to change my lifestyle, right? What will my family think about me? What will my family think about me if I tell them? Because, like myself, my family is hardcore meat eaters, right? So, how is this going to look to my family? How am I even going to approach my family with this conversation? That hey, I would like to transform my diet into a vegetarian diet. What are they going to say? How are they going to treat me? And worse yet, are they going to say, oh, he pick up a girl, she pick up a man who just want to change him, who just want to change her, right? People pleasing is one of the things that can prevent you or me or any one of us from actually standing up for ourselves and taking a stance to do the right thing, right? So at the end of the day, it's all up to you, as I always say, and all up to the life that you would like to live in the very short life that we have here on earth. How do you envision your future? How do you see your future, right? How do you what do you see in your future? Because remember, the entirety of this whole video series is about creating your reality through attracting your reality, through alignment, attracting your reality through aligning with spiritual law, right? Attracting your reality, attracting it naturally, bringing into your space what you want through doing the right thing, right? So how do you envision your reality, and what are you willing to do to accomplish that vision?